Hello everyone, you guys are welcome to my channel. Today we're gonna be learning how you can get your basic sleeve pattern. All right, so for both long sleeve and short sleeve. I'll be folding this into the sheets, because this is going to be for a long sleeve and the length we'll be using is 25. For the starting line, let me just I usually use 5 cm here, 5 cm there, so that I can get a straight line. So that will be our starting line. Okay, so what is the first thing that we have to do? Let me take 25 inches so we can get our full length. So from here, actually, let me keep it this way. So I think the camera covers everything. So from here to here is actually, this is the 25 inches. We're going to do the same thing here. So this is 25. Beautiful. So we can join that together. How do we get this full length? You're going to go from your shoulder point to your wrist. Okay, what next? We're going to be going to determine our calf height. Okay, now how do you calculate your calf height? I've written it out, so I'm going to just be showing you, so it's simple and easier. So for the calf height, you're just going to get your bust measurement. Okay, you divide it by 12, then you add half to it. So my bust for the person that has this calf sleeve, the bust measurement is 44. When we divide it by 12, we had 3.667 actually, 3.667. So when you have 3.667, half is the same as 0.5. Okay, then you add 0.5 to it, you have 4.16. You can insert whatever your bust measurement is here, then you use this calculation. You can get the calf size for any individual you want to make sleeves for. This point 4.16. okay, so I'll get the same measurement on both sides, so I can actually have a straight line at all times. After that, we join these two lines together, these two ends together. This is our calf height. You can call it CH. If you're making a fitted sleeve, it's important that you take from your shoulder to your elbow. Okay, when you measure from your shoulder to your elbow, for this person we have 13.5. So we'll be inserting it here. So this will help you to have a very fitted sleeve if you're going for a fitted sleeve. So we have 13.5 here. Also at this point we have 13.5. So we're going to be joining the two together. So this becomes our elbow. We have all gotten the vertical measurement. So now let's insert the horizontal measurements. All right. So we're going to go back to the bodies that we did, our basic body pattern. Sorry. So this is it. Now, no, we're going to take the measurements. Remember, here is the shoulder allowance. So you're not going to start from there. You're going to start from this shoulder line and you take it down. So you see I have 8 inches. Okay, from here to here, 8 inches. So but remember that when we were creating these bodies, I added 1/4 inch for ease at the bust area, at the armhole area. So I'm going to be adding that 1/4 inch back here so that I don't have an uneven sleeve and the body. So I'm not gonna have 8 1/4. So that is what we're going to insert here, 8 1/4. Okay, also I will just add another 1/4 inch here so that for ease on this sleeve. So it's not going to be 8 1/2. Okay, so this is what we'll have 8 1/2. So I'm going to move this backwards. I hope the camera is still seeing this. It's actually very long. So this line, I'm actually going to take it up here. From this point, so I'm going to determine half of this line. We'll find the midpoint. I'm going to use the marker to highlight these lines. I don't know if it's clear enough, but just to make it probably bold enough. In case the pencil isn't bold enough. When you get the midpoint, so you go up by 1/2 inch here. Okay, you go up by 1/2 inch, so you just extend the line with your ruler. Just connect to the end again, and so you'll be using your armhole curve. So you get your armhole curve to make a beautiful curve at this point. Okay, so this is going to be our back. This is going to be the back armhole. Get the front armhole, because you remember that in our basic bodies, the front armhole is actually deeper than the back. So to get the front armhole, so this is what you're going to do. So from this point, you're going to also make a curve inwards this way. All right, so then you turn your armhole curve and connect it down here, this way. So this way, this becomes our back armhole, while this becomes the front. Add all the horizontal measurements. Okay, you remember we already put our 8.5 here. Then for the elbow measurement for this person, the elbow measurement is actually 17. So half of it is going to be 8.5. So you're going to put in 8.5 here as half. So this is 8.5. Then down here, for the sleeve hole, I think it's advisable you bend your fingers this way, because you're going to be putting your hand this way. Then you can take this measurement at this point, okay, when you bend your fingers this way. So for this particular person, we have 10.5, and half of it is going to be 5.25. So I'll add 5.25 here. And use your hip curve to connect these two places at this point. Do the connection with your hip curve, then you can use your ruler to finish up. So we're going to be adding allowances. You know, you need the sewing allowance. So you can add the 1-inch sewing allowance here. Then you can also add the 1-inch sewing allowance at this point. And also at this point, you can also add your 1-inch sewing allowance. So we'll be connecting them together again, like so. Just use your hip curve to connect this point, and you can use your ruler to finish it up. Okay, so please remember that you need allowance here. First of all, for folding the fabric, then the sewing allowance. So most times you can add like 1.5 here, 1.5 inches at this point, okay, so that you can use ½ inches for folding the mouth of the material, the fabric, and sewing allowance. Okay. So this is the allowance. So we can go ahead and cut this out. So if you actually want a short sleeve, it's actually very simple. You know where your sleeve wants to stop. If it's 8 inches, right? If it's 4 inches, however you want to stop, you just measure it out at that point. So but let's trim out this. So I just folded in here, okay. This is where our 1.5 inch allowance ended, so just cut it this way. I use a paper scissors to do this. So cut from here. Okay, so this is the sleeve. This is what we're going to have as our sleeve. So we will be opening it up. Okay, so normally on your fabric, if you're doing it on fabric, just make sure you give it a notch here. But because I have this folded line, I can actually see half the center of this. So what we're going to do is to trim up. This is going to be the front, and this is going to be the back. So just to finish it off, so we can have the front armhole. So what you need to do is to just trim it out this way from this line that we've made. So just go in. Just go ahead and cut it in your fabric, and you have your sleeve, all right, your long sleeve. Okay, please, if this video was helpful to you, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. You know, you can also subscribe to our channel so when we post subsequent videos, you can be notified. All right, thank you so much for watching. Bye.